Hello, YouTube, my channel. It's been a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I have been away just to focus on a lot of things, not a lot of things, but like a few things about myself and work on my mental, work on my psychology, all that stuff. And I felt like I needed to work on that, come to a point where I have a system that I can follow, rather than just like switching up here and there, here and there, here and there. So I don't even know when was the last time I uploaded a video. I can't remember. It's probably like maybe I think I did upload one this month. Yeah, I did. Probably did. But yeah. So right now I have been testing out this model that I've come up with. It has a little bit of other concepts, ICT concepts, that I've taken, and like a little bit from ICC, probably like one concept. And I think I've come up with something that works for me, works for my personality, works for what fits my style and how I would like to trade, rather than forcing something that doesn't work. I'm not saying ICC doesn't work, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it didn't work for me. Maybe I couldn't implement it 100%, and it still didn't make sense. It made sense, but the fact that it took me like about 8 months to get used to and understand, only for me to, okay, I did get a payout with it, but it's like every after that I just L's on L's on L's on L's, and it's like, okay, shit, what now? And bruh, months just trying to perfect this and trying to figure out what am I doing wrong, where am I going wrong, and it's like, no, it's just not working for me. It's just not working. And I feel like the strategy I had before with TJR's one really worked in a sense. I just didn't give it enough time. And I only switched because, oh, this guy's making millions. I should probably use this strategy because it's that easy, and it's yeah, he makes millions, so I want to trade the same way someone does because he's making millions, whereas that shouldn't have been the case. But yeah, I only followed him because he said he made a lot of money, so that to me is like, that must be the perfect strategy for me because I want to make a lot of money. But yeah, look where that got me. And I've come up with something. Well, I would say his risk management, one of his risk management videos really highlighted something, saying, oh well, okay, maybe I can go about it this way rather than 1% or 2%, whatever the case is, and then continue doing that, and then still mark up my highs and lows. He did make me understand, okay, this is where selling pressure is sitting, this is where buying pressure is sitting. So those are at least the two concepts that I've taken from that. Went back to two ICT concepts and basically formulated my own, and I've been using it for about a month. It's gonna be a month, like probably like tomorrow, Saturday or something, but more or less. And it's crazy how time flies. I'm not even gonna lie, time flies really quick. And it's been working so far. I've been gathering good data and statistics as to how this strategy works. There are times where I've taken L's. Yes, that was just based off my psychology. Not to say it doesn't work. I didn't trust the system 100%. I'm sorry, I keep playing with my stash. I didn't trust my system 100%, and that ultimately brought down the win rate and brought down my capital. But so far, so good. And I think it was Monday of this week, I finally managed to pass my account, which is crazy. But I always knew, like, now this I'm definitely gonna pass because it's something I can apply every single day. It's that simple. It's not hard. It's just a matter of controlling my emotions when I'm inside the trade, and not letting my thoughts or my emotions get the best of me. So yeah, managed to pass the 50K. I'm still trading 25K to pass it, but we took a W today and yesterday. It's been a winning week so far. I think Tuesday, Tuesday I took stupid trades. I shouldn't have taken them, but so Monday was a win, Tuesday was a loss because of my emotions, not because of the strategy. Wednesday, Thursday, today, it's W's. Tomorrow, we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna say it's a W. I'm not gonna say it's an L. We just see what we get presented. So yeah, past the 50K. It's been months since I haven't passed an account or whatever the case is, since like last year November. But I'm here now, and yeah, man, it's something that fits me, fits my style, and I like it. It's very simple. It's not complicated. It wasn't even hard to understand. I think I studied it for like maybe 2 days, 3 days maybe, and then because I already knew what liquidity was, I already know what fair value gaps were and stuff. I know what inverse was, so it was just a matter of like putting it, structuring it together, and finding where can I enter and how can I exit. And then I've back tested as much as I could go on the free plan on TradingView, and came to realization that okay, shit, okay, cool, okay, it works. I don't know how far I could go back. It was like a month or so, and then forward tested it as well going forward. Ever since, every day wait for markets open, wait for what I need to see, wait for the entry and take it, and then I'm done. Okay, and yeah, so I'm gonna break down the few that I took this week, including the one today. I'll start with the one today, and also what I did see, but I didn't. Okay, I woke up late, so I didn't see it. I didn't have time to like quickly process everything. I just marked my highs and lows quickly, and then the gap, and then I was like, okay. Then I saw it after. I was like, oh, would have been my entry. So I had to wait for another entry, which I caught, and then yeah. So it was my primary. I mainly use the 1 hour and 4 hour, but nowadays it's been the 1 hour mostly. I haven't been using the 4 hour. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just there in case. But the 1 hour really gives me that nice day trade rather than holding for a long time. So okay, so this is how it starts off. I mark off the candle closes, I mark the highs and lows, I mark where the sellers are sitting, and then I mark where the buyers are sitting. So what I had seen in the morning when I woke up, I saw the price was sitting at the seller's level. It did not want to push down. I did have these buyers here, but then I removed them once I saw price actually want to go to this level, right? So I saw that. But I'll just get rid of it because we don't need it right now. I'm gonna delete everything so it can make sense. So start off like that, sellers, and then I had buyers. I waited for price to actually break through and see what reaction it gave me when it got there. And then I also saw this untapped gap, which it got tapped into like pre-market. I use high time frame for that gap. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, where is price likely gonna trade into? Then I scale to the 5 minute. So now I was looking for an inverse, of which I didn't see, but it was actually there. I was looking at like, as I inverse, this is the market open candle. So I tapped into that gap, pushed up, but then failed because it met sellers. So I think the sellers are more powerful compared to the gaps that are there. The gaps are just a support for maybe like a short term trade, but the 1 hour really holds up much better. But yeah, so what I realized that okay, here's a gap that got inversed here. This would have been my entry. the first entry. So it pushed down. I don't enter pre-market. I always wait for session to see what it wants to do. Then market came. This is 5 minutes. This is the first 5 minutes. This is the last 5 minutes or the second 5-minute candle of market open. I can delete this actually. Yeah. And then it inverts. I'm like, okay, if I get a candle or what my rules are, if I get a candle close below or above a candle that got inverse before market, aligning with where I wanted to go, then I can take it. But I didn't see it because I was like half asleep. So yeah, so I just let price do its thing. It shut down. Okay, so this would have been my entry, my first entry, right? Stop loss above there, and then I target any buys levels where I get a reaction, an inverse. So I'm looking for a bearish 5-minute gap to get inverse at a buys level, and I'm waiting for a bullish 5-minute gap to get inverse at a sellers level, which it did here. But I didn't get that here. So I'm like, okay, cool, I missed my entry. I can see price wants to trade lower for the first few hours or first hour or so. So where can I get in? So I have this 5-minute gap. Okay, I can delete this high time frame gap and just mark this 5-minute gap. And then there was the second one that came here, right? And then I was waiting for a bearish reaction aligning that, okay, this gap is going to hold up and it's going to be respected, which I got off of this candle here. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because price could have shot up, but then I got a bearish candle inside a gap, a 5-minute bearish gap. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to take sells here, put my stops above here just to give it some space because it could push up and then invalidate it, but we'll see. Then I targeted this level because I saw that it still wanted to push down. So this buys level wasn't going to hold up for us. So I can delete that. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to target this. I wanted to target this level and hold, but as you can see, price is reversing and I didn't want to hold for too long. So I'm like, okay, let me just be in and out. I got a nice 1 to 2, 1 2, which is cool. And then boom, done. Simple. In and out. Like it took me, I entered like at 9:30. TP got hit like 15:15. So it took like roughly 45 minutes. And I made like $330. I don't know. But yeah. So that was the trade that we took today, right? And it's the same shit every day that I look for. I don't look for anything else. I look for that, bro. Simple. Okay, cool. Session started. Somewhere. This is a 9 o'clock candle. Yeah. So I had these levels marked out yesterday. Price traded lower to these buys levels. Hey yo, what am I looking for now? Oh. Okay, price traded lower at that time. Like around 9:50, I found the setup. I found an inverse at a buys level, a bearish inverse, which was sitting here. Okay, cool. Bet. Let me just enter like this. Boom, starts below there. And then I was actually targeting the seller's level. But then I got out somewhere around here. Why I got out? Because price was playing inside a 1 hour gap. If I can go and find it. So the gap was sitting here. I saw this gap, I'm like, I should probably close because it's here and it could potentially give me a 5-minute bullish inverse wanting to trade lower, which it did. Luckily I caught it. So I saw this inverse here. I don't know if you can see. So that was the trade one that I took. And then there was the inverse here with this gap here. This would have been my setup. Okay, cool. Starts above. There would have been a great trade, I'm not gonna lie. Then I would have targeted just these lows. Because we did push up from a strong price level, so the gap was just a quick trade. But then, yeah, I would have targeted just that, and then left it, because even if I held this trade, I still would have pretty much at the same profits. I wouldn't have made more, or maybe more or less, but there could have been trade too. But I like to trade once. I don't want to trade twice a day. If I catch a win, then I'm done. I don't need to. But it's just good for practice, just to see that, oh, okay, if I had missed it, I could have found it here. And then, yeah, my goal is to take one a day. Not take more than that, because then I'm just getting greedy. Even though it looks so good and I want to take it, but it's like, say now I do it, then I'm just eating into the profits and it fails, you know. But the setup was there, so played out. Maybe as time goes on and my risk tolerance increases, then I would look to trade twice if the setup is that good. But now the whole point is I'm trying to build that consistency and pass these accounts, not just like keep trading and trading. But yeah, like I'm saying, it's just good for practice for now. That was Wednesday. And then Tuesday, Tuesday I was just impatient. I'm not gonna lie. I probably have to check my journal. I don't know what I wrote, but I know I was impatient and I was taking dumbass trades. Yesterday I took a trade on both my accounts, 50k, 14. Oh shit, does this PlayStation switch off? Oh damn. When was the 14th? Tuesday. Okay. ATP followed by model, targeted low sitting in 1 hour bullish for a gap. Oh yeah, no, this was for Monday, because I didn't journal on the Monday. I wrote it the Tuesday. Okay, yeah. It's a trade that made me past the 50k. I also took trades today on the 25k and lost to them. I was impatient and I didn't wait for the proper 5 minute. Oh yeah, I remember now, because there was a gap. There was like a small one. It got inverse, but then I was like, nah, I probably shouldn't have taken it. Yeah, because it was at a seller's level, yes, but it wasn't like a proper inverse. It wasn't like a proper indication that it wants to move to the downside. So yeah, a good gap. It has to be a proper gap. But yeah, that's why I got stopped out. And this one was probably somewhere here. Yeah, it was somewhere here. And then it was just choppy, and then like it ended up playing out a bit here, and then yeah, let's just go and find it. I know I can find it. Yeah, I was just hella impatient, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because this was pre-market, session came through. I don't know what gap I was looking at. I entered like 3 times, bro. I was like, damn, I'm so fucking dumb. I should have just waited. I think it was this gap. Yeah, this gap, yes. See how small it is? I know they count, but this one wasn't proper for me. Entered here and then got stopped out immediately. If I had waited for a proper gap to form, like this one, it inverted a bit, then this should have been my entry. This is when, okay, it wants to move that way. Then I could have put my stops somewhere above here. Then target these lows. Would have been a 1-to-1, but you know, it's something. And then I was out, and then I entered. I think I entered, but then I was targeting these lows, and then it just got rocked. I think this was like an event or something, and I just got rocked. So yeah, it is what it is. And then I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. Put away the charts, and then I was nice. And then that's it, bro. Let me show you the one that made me post my account, actually. It was Monday. So Monday session was just pumping. It was just pumping, bro. Pumping. It got to these this seller's. I could mark this, but I marked both, but let's just use this one. And then there was this gap. There was this first gap sitting here where it gave me the reactions. I was kind of skeptical. My emotions were being tested, but I'm like, no, there's a juicier gap that's like right there. There's no way that it's just gonna tap this one and then leave this one. So that was that gap, right? I need to delete all of this, so it's not confusing. There's another setup. I can see it now, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm done. I'm just journaling. I'm outie for the Dunzo day, bro. I'm Dunzo. Okay. There we go. Make my thing brighter. So price was pumping. Monday session came through. I was like, okay, bet. What am I waiting for? 5 minutes to get inverse at the seller's level. Give me confirmation that sellers want to take control and take their orders to buyers. Got this set up here around like 5+12. Boom. Stop loss somewhere here. Then what was I targeting? As you can see, this range was because it was sitting at a 1 hour gap that was just right here. So it was giving me that. That's why it was struggling. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just want to target the low sitting in a bullish gap, because chances are it could just tap into here and then push back up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just target that. But as you can see, this thing really played out. So the whole thing is take the buys to sell, sells to buys. So I could have taken this really all the way down here. But I was cool because I already passed the account with just this trade. This one, I was targeting this. And then like around 4 o'clock, 4:15, boom, hit TP. So my psychology was getting rocked the whole time because I was in drawdown. I set an alert here, then bang, it just hit it. So I thought, okay, I wasn't aware of what the amount of the alert was for the TP and the stop loss. So I was like, I probably gotta stop that because I've been in drawdown anyway. Opened the trading view. I'm like, what? Checked my MT5 to make sure I was out the trade, and then I was out. I was like, damn, okay, shit. So if I held the other 25k account, I would have definitely passed through with this. But yeah, I mean, I like just to collect what I need to collect, and then I'm out. I don't need all of this. I mean, it would be nice, but yeah, and we'll get used to that. But yeah, and that's pretty much it, bro. I don't want to keep talking. It's already been a 20-minute video. It's simple, bro. Really simple. Something I can follow all the time. And yeah. So today it's 300. I made 5k. The 50k I'm gonna look to trade probably month end after I activate it. And then yeah. Right now I just gotta come up with the rules, see how much I'm gonna risk. And then keep those rules like here in front of me. But it's the rules are the same though. It's just the risk changes, and yeah, but the rules stay the same. So just do what I gotta do, and then yeah, we'll see where this goes. But at least now I'm eligible. I can trade, make actual money. Yeah, I did say his last 6 months got me crazy. Like I have to. Like I gotta, bro. It's all on me. Just gotta follow my rules, and then I'll be cool. With that being said, peace out.